Today in this video, we'll see the definition of history and its nature. The word history, which is derived from a Greek word called historia. The meaning of the word history is inquiry, research, exploration, news or information. If we see the research, today we will call modern man as a Homo sapien. We came to conclusion that today modern man is Homo sapien because of the research we have done on human DNA. Exploration. We have so many IVC sites, Indus Valley sites in India, Dolovira, Rajgarh. Like we came to know about those sites because of the exploration. Daily we see the newspapers and we see articles in Instagram, like social media platforms. Today news becomes tomorrow's history. If we see what actually Indian classical dictionaries explain history as a set of actions, stories, upakanyas, puranas, description. Because we see most of the Indian history from Puranas, Vedas, and stories like Panchatantras and Pani's grammar book. So, Indian classical dictionaries explained history as a set of action. We will see what history called in various languages. In Latin, it is called as historia. German, Geschichte. What is the meaning of the Geschichte is event or changes in human relationship. We see in Arab, history called as Turkish, and Sanskrit it is called as Itihasa Purana. We'll see who is the father of history. It is Herodotus. And if we see some of the definitions of history explained by various scholars. Aristotle. The Aristotle said history is related to unchanging past because we see the past, it will not change. So Aristotle called history as an unchanging past. We see other definition of Thucydides and Polybius. What they said is, think that history is a story of things worthy of being remembered, because we will only remember the things which are important to us. If we see the definition of Francis Bacon, who is a British historian, said that discipline that makes men wise, because of the learning of history we came to know our culture, food habits, we got civilized. So Francis Bacon, history makes men wise. If you see the definition of H. Carr, he says history is a continuous process of interaction between the historian and the fact and his facts, an unending dialogue between the present and past. Because history is a continuous process, because the history never ends, and we see unending dialogue between present and past, because the history linked with today and past. Without the link we cannot imagine history. If you see the definition of Jawaharlal Nehru, he called history is the story of man's struggle through ages against the nature and its elements, against the wild beasts and the jungle and some of his own kind who have tried to keep him down and exploit him for their own benefit. What Jawaharlal Nehru said is man's struggle through the ages. And ఇప్పుడు మనం హంటింగ్ గ్యాదరింగ్ నుంచి చూస్తే నేచర్తో వాళ్ళు ఎట్లా పోరాడుతూ ఈ స్టేజ్కి వచ్చిండ్రు. ఇప్పుడు వీ ఆర్ ఇన్ 21st century we are living in a world AI, but when we go to the centuries back, the man even for food depended on hunting, and because of their fighting, and today we are living a luxurious life. And he also said that Man who have tried to keep him down and exploit him for their own benefit. We see man got exploited by another man for their own benefit, and the man fight for their own benefit. It is a history. NCRT. History is a scientific study of past happening in all their aspects in the life of social groups in the light of the present happenings. We see what is the nature of history. Nature of history, a study of present in the light of past. Because we study the present in the light of past. Without the present or without the past, there is no history. You see, history is a study of man. Mostly history is related to how the man survived, how he is living. We see history is concerned with a man in the time, because if we see first century BC, the man's social life and its culture is different. If we see 21st century man, his life is different, because history linked to man. History is concerned with the man in space. We are now doing research in space also. History is objective record of happenings. We will record what is actually happening. In today's newspapers or tomorrow's our record becomes our records. If we see, history is multi-sided. History have link with economics, polity, science, geography. History has multi-phase. History is a dialogue between the events of the past and progressively emerging future. History is not only narration but also analysis. Continuity and coherence are necessary requisites of history. Continuity and coherence are necessary requisites of history. Straight line from a unknown past passing to the unknown present to the unknown future. In cyclic view, while analyzing the civilization and culture, cyclic view conforms to the birth, growth, maturity, decline and downfall, disintegration, this process again and again. In the difference between the linear form and cyclic view. In linear form, we'll see history as a straight line. There is no link between the past and present and future. If we see the cyclic view, in the cyclic view, we'll say the civilization will start, it grows and it declines. Again, it starts, it will grow and again decline. The process of civilization continues. It is called cyclic view. Thank you for watching my video, and subscribe for more videos and press the bell icon for personalized notification. Thank you.